guys. Ugh. Hey guys. NCSO7 on take 2 here. It's coming at you guys with another collection video. So I did videos before on the GameCube, Wii, and 3DS. Now we're going to be switching it up with Game Boy Advance. Now, I actually have, I believe, like 13 games or something like that. So, first of all, I'm going to just go over the console. So, I got the original Game Boy Advance in, I think, February 2015 or something like that. Sometime around there. And I got, like, the original, which looked very similar to this, except this is not the original. Because months later, I eventually traded my original Game Boy Advance in for an SP, and the SP is easily the best model. I mean, there isn't a headphone jack anywhere on this thing, but still a great Game Boy Advance. It has that backlight, which is great. Hold on a second. There. Sorry about that. But great system. But I did eventually get, and it works really well, best Game Boy Advance thus far. But then I eventually got the original, and I will say I do like the originals more because I feel like the buttons are more spread out, and they're more spread out, and the buttons are a lot longer as opposed to like the SP where, like, if you look at these L and R buttons, they're really small, and like the buttons are pretty close to one another. But overall, though, I like this much more. It's a great system to play, but of course, this isn't just about the system itself, it's also the games, and I've got quite a good amount of games. Now, I do not have any Game Boy Advance games in box, so it's just cartridges, so bear that in mind while we're doing this. So, first one, with the most torn up art, um, Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland, I believe it is. Very torn up, as you can see. This is a remake of Kirby's Adventure on the NES, and it's a pretty good one. I like this one. There isn't really much to say. I like Kirby's Adventure, but I do definitely feel like the game could use an upgrade, and this game does it very well. I mean, it doesn't really have a lot of extra content. I think it has multiplayer, but not much else. I think it has different mini games, but it's still really fun. It's a great Kirby experience. Kirby's Adventure is a great game, but I do feel like the NES game has some frame rate issues, and I don't think it controls nearly as good as this does, so yeah. Also, this one has the better music, so there's that. So Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland, very good game. Next we've got, and this is going to be in alphabetical order, by the way, Mario Kart Super Circuit. Really fun Mario Kart. The first Mario Kart on a portable. I mean, unless you were able to connect your SNES or N64 to your car, then they weren't portable. But this is technically the first portable Mario Kart to be sold. That was only portable. Really fun. Lots of people overlook this game, but I still think it's fun. It has similar gameplay to that, like Super Mario Kart, but it kind of uses this like art style and like sound effects and items from like Mario Kart 64. Very good game. I like it. It's Mario Kart. I mean, Mario Kart's great in the first place. Yeah, I don't really have much else to say on this one. There's not much to this game. It's Mario Kart on the go. So it's fun. It's definitely great. Oh boy, controversy. Mario Party Advance. I have not even played this one. This is the most recent Game Boy Advance game I got. I got it earlier this year when I was at a store called Mega Media Exchange. If any of you guys know that store, they sell like a bunch of like older games and stuff like that. I got Mario Party Advance there for like, I don't even know, 15 bucks I'd assume. But I haven't really played it, but not big Mario Party person, and it's also Mario Party Advance. I've heard some things about the game. I've heard that it's not really a Mario Party thing, so, like, not the kind of Mario Parties. Yeah. Ooh, now I got a bit more of an interesting one. Mother 1 plus 2. Now, this combines both the first Mother game, which is Earthbound Beginnings, or Earthbound Zero, and you got Mother 2 with an Earthbound. Now, the special thing about this one is that this is not a Japanese cartridge. This actually is sort of a hacked cartridge in a way. So the thing about it is that this one actually has some translation because it combines both Mother 1 and 2. Mother 1 is fully translated in English. I made it like halfway through the game and then I just got stuck. I don't remember. Earthbound I haven't gotten very far in. But Mother 1 is fully translated, but Mother 2 isn't really translated much at all. Even though the Mother 2 was translated. I don't know. But Mother 1 plus 2, really cool. Really interesting game if you're a Mother fan. But yeah, and speaking of which, Mother 3. Jeez, I don't know if you can even see it. Mother 3. And this one, just like the other one, is also translated. This one has the English translation on there, which is really nice. Um, Actually, I believe this cartridge and this one, these two games are actually not, they're not the original games, and because they were never sold outside of Japan, at least as of yet of Mother 3. But both of these are like hacked kind of games with translation, which is really nice. And Mother 3, it's a pretty good game. I haven't gotten very far in the game, but getting a little tired with that hand. Very good game regardless. I really don't have much to say. It's a great game. I will definitely say I want this game on the Virtual Console soon. Or put it on the Switch Online, or hell, give us a Mother 1 plus 2 plus 3. That'd be really nice. And put that in all territories. Alrighty. Tangent aside, Namco Museum. Namco Museum is pretty much what you'd expect. It's basically some arcade games. I believe this one, from what I remember, has Miss Pac-Man, Pole Position, Galaga, and I think that's it. I don't know. I'd have to look. I'd have to replay it, but I don't know. This is a pretty fun game. It has some good games. It's cool for Game Boy Advance. I wish there were a few more games, but it's still fun regardless. And now you might be wondering, well, where's the original Pac-Man for Game Boy Advance? Because it's just Namco Museum, but it doesn't have the original Pac-Man. Well, that's why we've got Pac-Man Collection, which is actually the first Game Boy Advance game I got. Really cool game. This one has the original Pac-Man, Pac-Mania, Pac-Attack, which is like a puzzle game, and then Pac-Man Arrangement, which is actually a bit of a different version of Pac-Man. That's actually pretty good. But overall, I'd say this is a really fun game. If you like Pac-Man, you'll like it. I mean, there's not really much to say. It's a fun game. And that's all I really got to say on that. Basically, a collection. Actually got a bit more of an interesting one. Super Monkey Ball Jr. I don't know how well you could see that, but Super Monkey Ball Jr. This one is a bit of a interesting game. Sorry about changing my hands, but I don't know exactly if this is a port of the original Monkey Ball, because I think this came out before Super Monkey Ball 2. This came out in 2002, which I believe is the same year Monkey Ball 2 came out, but I think it came out beforehand. I don't know. I don't know if it's a port of the original Monkey Ball. I never noticed. I never thought about it, but it's definitely interesting. It's not really the most fun. I mean, it's good for the time. For 2002, it's really good. It has great graphics, but playing this kind of game with a D-pad just doesn't really work very well. But it's definitely still a pretty cool game. It does work with the D-pad, but it's not really the most ideal. The game was definitely made for analog stick. Hell, even motion controls, but whatever. Still an interesting game, an interesting part of Super Monkey Ball's history. Fun. Oh boy, now we got some more common titles. First off, we've got Super Mario Advance. This is the first one. I think this is the first Super Mario Advance I received when I was trying to get all four of them, because I have all four of them. I'm going to go through in order. But this one's pretty fun. It's a remake of Mario 2, and it's also a very good remake. It has it's just fun. It has fun gameplay. It has voice clips in it, which is funny. It also has Mario Brothers, which is actually like a recreation of Mario Brothers. And it's also the best version of Mario Brothers, by the way, so, yeah. Fun game, really, I don't know, it's really good. I'd give it a recommendation if you haven't played it before. I'm not sure if they have it on the Wii U Virtual Console anymore. I know they have the latter two, but I'm not entirely sure on this one. So, yeah, but definitely give this one a shot. Next we've got Super Mario World, Super Mario Advance 2. This one is pretty similar to the original Super Nintendo one. This one doesn't have nearly as many changes, and that's all a lot of people have said. Like Advance 1 and 4 were the ones that were pretty changed up, and like 2 and 3 are the ones that are pretty similar to their original game. But Super Mario World 2, well, Super Mario World, Super Mario Advance 2, confusing name, yeah. But it's pretty fun. It's Super Mario World. I actually really do like this a lot. I like it. It's fun. It's Super Mario World, so it's great. It also has Mario Brothers in there as well. Pretty good. It's definitely not that different from the original Super Nintendo game, but it's definitely really fun regardless. Next we got probably the one that has changed the least in the entire series, Yoshi's Island Super Mario Advance 3. This one is not really changed up. Many people say that this is the inferior version of Yoshi's Island, and I agree to an extent, but I still think it's pretty good regardless. I definitely like it. I actually did beat it. Actually, I believe I beat every single Super Mario Advance game except for 4. But I'm like halfway through 4. But Yoshi's Island on the Game Boy Advance, it also has Mario Brothers. Every single one of them does. But Yoshi's Island is a really solid game. I really don't have much to say. Definitely my favorite out of the Yoshi series. I definitely like the original the most. Yeah, I don't really have much to say. Still good on the Game Boy Advance. Definitely not as good as the console version, but still good. And of course, you can play Yoshi's Island on the SNES version of Yoshi's Island on the Switch online, so you can just play that instead. Next, we got the last one, Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Brothers 3, the most confusing name ever. This one was changed a lot more. This uses the Super Mario All-Star version, similar to that of like Super Mario Advance 1. I don't know. I just realized how Super Mario Advance 2, 3, and 4, like Super Mario Advance 2 has Super Mario World in the name. Super Mario Advance 3 has Yoshi's Island in the title. Super Mario Advance 4 has Super Mario Bros. 3 in the title. But the original Super Mario Advance doesn't have Super Mario Bros. 2 in the title. I just realized that. I don't know. But Super Mario Advance 4 is pretty fun. It's Super Mario Bros. 3. Definitely a difficult game, and like I said before, this is the only one I haven't beaten. I think I'm at World 7, I'd say. So I'm not halfway through, but I don't know. Maybe I'll beat it someday, but I'm not entirely sure. Fun game regardless, though. Next, we got one I haven't really played much of, Wario Land 4. I haven't played much of this one. Probably fun if you like Wario Land. But the Mario game I do care about in GBA is WarioWare Incorporated. This is amazing. I love this game a lot. I mean, I don't really have much to say about this one. This was the one that started the WarioWare series. I love WarioWare. Hopefully they get one on the Switch very soon, but WarioWare Incorporated, Mega Micro Games, really fun game. I don't really have much to say other than it's just a really fun game. It was a great start for the WarioWare series, and amazing game to cap my collection off on. So that is my Game Boy Advance collection, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you guys want to see more collection videos. I mean, of course I'm going to be doing more regardless. So anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Take care.